I went to work at the club. Hello, y'all. I'm Diane, another story from my life. I like to share some of my little stories. I don't share them all. Now, over on my YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, as we would say it in West Virginia, and but over on my YouTube channel, I've been posting a lot of my old home videos of over 45 years of home videos. And it's wonderful to look back upon those videos. And, you know, they tell many different stories. And so, you know, when I went to work at the club, so what was the club? Well, I was a professional working out there, and it was kind of a stressful job, to say the least, and I wanted something fun. So I went over, it was a long story. I had a boyfriend who was military, and well, he and I broke up, and I was brokenhearted, but he wasn't the right one for me. I can tell you that right now. He most certainly wasn't the right one for me. And I thought, y'all know, I want to go over there and work on that, but it was a closed-in place. Yeah, you just couldn't drive on. You had to be invited on, I guess is what you might say. So I happened to be riding around. I'd ride around every day on my lunch break. One day, this is way before pay phones and way before cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone. And I called my mama every day, and I had to look for a pay phone. So I went to this quick stop, and this quick stop had a pay phone. And as I was in there was no one else in there but this one lady who didn't speak very clear English, and I probably didn't either. I still had the hillbilly in me. And I said, you know, I'd love to work over there. And she said, you mean over there? She said, I didn't realize that where she worked, that was an extension of over there. And so I went, and she said, well, let me call over there. I said, no. I said, I don't want to inconvenience you. She said, no problem, let me do it. Well, before I knew it, I was going through the gates and into the employment office. And I put in my application, and I put it in for a couple different things, but I put it in for the officers club. I didn't know what one was, but I put it in there. Well, lo and behold, I ended up getting a job there. And when they went to hire me, they were hiring me for the dining room. And I said, well, can I work in that beautiful bar area, the club? And they said, well, they normally don't have new jobs in there. People hold on to those jobs. But one lady, they said, well, you know what? We can work you one day a week. Well, as soon as I started, this lady decided she's going to move on to another job, and I ended up full time. And it was wonderful. Oh my goodness, it was wonderful. I mean, on a Friday night, all over, these gorgeous men would come in their fly suits, their fly boy suits, as we used to call them, on their fighter jets and planes and helicopters and everything else. And, you know, they played music, and they had a DJ, and there I was, the cocktail waitress, and sometimes the bartender, and I had no idea how to mix drinks. I mean, I was learning on the job as I went along. And I wore platform shoes and the whole bit, and short skirts, and I don't know, I had a lot of dates. I can tell you, I had a lot of dates, and there were guys that would fly in just to date me. Can you believe that? Well, I just had a wonderful time, an absolutely wonderful time. And I mean, it was an amazing time and a fun time. And it took me away from all that stress that I had on that other job that I did love, but it was just something new and different. Well, I worked on that job for about a year, and then I woke up one morning and I said, today I felt the Spirit of God telling me that I was going to meet my husband. Well, I went that whole day. I went to the gym, and I went to Del Taco, and I saw different men. I knew it wasn't none of them, and I could feel the presence of this man standing next to me. So I went into work that night, and I knew I had to leave early because I had a date, but it wasn't with anybody I was serious about. And in walks this man. His plane had broken down that he was on, and long story short, he was going to be there 3 days. But we didn't really talk much, but he got my telephone number, called me the next day and said, you know, you're going to be my wife. And I said, you know, I know, but call me back in 3 hours when I'm awake. And that was Jack. And that was 30-some years ago. And we have been together ever since. From my house to yours, I hope to talk to y'all soon again. Bye-bye.